Hello there, everyone. I'm William Wilkins, and welcome to my video on death battles I want to see. I'll be going over fights I want to see, why I want to see them, and who I think would win. So we're kicking things off with a pretty basic, obvious one that you would expect. It's the Reaper from Overwatch versus Death the Kid. Death the Kid from Soul Eater. This is a good fight in my and something that you'd think a lot of people want to see. Reaper is Reaper is a badass and badass with the shotgun, and that's honestly admirable about him. But he's also a villain. While Death the Kid is a hero that uses his two pistols. Reason why this is a really good matchup, better than you would think, is because both actually use. Sorry about Discord. Because both actually use a lot of use just their guns. Like, sure, they both have their own abilities, but they mostly use their guns over anything else. I swear I'm mad at the people on Discord. Anyways, though, another big reason why this matchup needs to happen is because they're obviously both emos. They're always he's going to be a good matchup for each other. I've had so many other people who think that Aviva has so many better opponents, but I have to disagree with them. Reaper versus Kid is definitely a matchup I want to see over any other matchup for Reaper or Kid. Now, who do I think would win? Both are pretty broken. Reaper has an infinite amount of shotgun ammo, plus can become completely invincible. While Kid, it has flown on from Egypt, America to Egypt in less than a minute, like Deathbattle said in Corona vs. Venom. But this, it, while both are pretty broken, Kid has a way to counter the Reaper's hacks. Reaper is probably screwed in this fight. Right. In Soul Eater, hacks can't really be that chosen over pure power. And being a Reaper, Kid has a lot of power. Liz and Patty are two of the strongest weapons in the world, despite not being in death. Well, sorry, need to breathe there. Despite not being in sorry, my bad memory. Sorry. Soul Eater is one of my favorite animes, but I'm having Death Sice. That's why I was having trouble remembering. Despite Liz and Patty not being Death Scythes, they're infinitely the two of the strongest weapons in the game, weapons in the anime, or world even, well, even, but while Reaper does have an infinite amount of shotgun blasts, it's a mere shotgun blast. As Kid has survived beatdowns from Medusa, who is Usa in the manga, who is a lot stronger than anything Reaper has done. Medusa in general is possibly a planet buster. Like, the Soul Eater universe isn't that strong compared to many others, but there are a couple planet busters, and Reaper is definitely not a planet buster. That's just, so yeah. Anyways, he's moving on. Hold on. Here we go. Gordon Freeman versus Isaac Foster. Okay, this one's another one that a lot of people want to see. he, Gordon Freeman is a survivor that of a like alien of an alien invasion that takes over people's bodies, while Isaac Foster is a ordinary technician that has to survive on a spaceship full of all of the undead ed mutants that inhabit it. It, they're both survivors of alien attacks that take over human bodies, basically. But now, Gordon has an assortment of weapons. I've had. I've never ever seen in I've never seen his game. I can't think the name of it right off the top of my head, but Dead Space I have seen a lot of. I like the Dead Space series a lot. And Isaac would, but I did do a lot of research on Gordon. Both have good armor, like legit. Their armor is able to tank spaceship level attacks. And Gordon has a bit more weapons than Isaac, but but they're both start out completely new to the situation, not knowing how to fight and all. Oh, the one that has the more experience in this would probably be Isaac. Isaac has, Isaac has survived quite a bit more types of aliens than Gordon has, and has a lot more fighting experience than him. Who would win? Like in probably Isaac. Like Gordon is a strong guy. Don't get me wrong. And if this were a hand-to-hand combat, he could possibly win. But Gordon's Gordon's guns just lacking the power needed to put Isaac down. Um, Isaac's defense is a lot stronger than anything Gordon has displayed. And Isaac is possibly one of the strongest armored video game characters. Emphasis on the armored. Like he's definitely not Xeno Goku level, nowhere close. But he's definitely one of the stronger ones that wear armor. Like he could possibly keep up with Doom Guy if he met him. Though not beat Doom Guy. But still, in my opinion, Isaac is probably going to win, and there's really no changing my mind on that. Gordon doesn't have what it takes to put Isaac down. While Isaac has a ton of ways to put Gordon down with ease. Anyways, moving on. Ignore these pictures, by the way. Hey. Okay, this one, if you have already checked out my core account, then you'll know that I do fan death battles on there, and this is one I've actually covered already. Eddie Rick Grimm's versus Tallahassee. Tallahassee and Grimm's are both zombie hunters that have a passion to kill zombies. Rick is a a sheriff, and Tallahassee is technically a cowboy. Or two officers of the law that have rivaled for centuries. He is two classes of officers, and Rick is probably gonna lose. Let's be honest. Tallahassee has an insanely wide arsenal and has quite a bit more experience dealing with the and he's actually and outrunning, he running, in like a lot of T800s. Let's just go with that. That is an impressive feat because they probably five. Like the T800 zombie has no confirmed official speed, but but they do actually have a big. They do have a high speed. I think it's around 75 miles an hour. Or so Tallahassee runs faster than 75 miles per hour. Let's put him at that. Not because we don't know all the T800's official speed. We just know that's that's around 75 to 100 miles an hour. So Vic would have a lot of trouble hitting Tallahassee because he has trouble hitting faster, faster moving people. Or pull. That's why. Plus, Rick is quite a bit of a pacifist. While Tallahassee will kill a person if needed, needed. Rick will only kill walkers. Walkers. He would likely think that's just a friendly, open fight until Tallahassee murders him, basically. So yeah. Okay. Time to move on. Oh yeah. I should also say while scrolling through this, we're reaching. Okay, I'll get to this in a minute to explain this fight, but I should say it now. Happy New Year. Yeah, 2020 is finally over, and I'm glad about it. It's good. But I'm starting to feel better. In case you're wondering. My cough is starting to go away. Anyways, though, play. Oh, player versus Shaggy. like with Rick versus Tallahassee, I've already covered this on my fan death battles, and player one. Now, Shaggy fans, don't be pissed because this is meant to be a strong battle. Both player and Shaggy are strong. Don't get me wrong, but Shaggy he can't harm player. She has infinite HP. There's no HP. Plus, she's indestructible. This is a one-sided fight and meant to be a one-sided fight. Right? They're both gods, but only one is completely unkillable. Oh, well, Shaggy has been killed by Tuichi, and a lot more. Player has yet to be even proven to be able to be harmed. Her herself can't even harm her, and arm her at max power. Wait, did I say max power? Yeah, she has infinite of every stat, so I can't exactly what she claims to be max power when we all know that's a lie. She herself has said she has infinite power or in potential, but she's unkillable. That's just a fact. Next, yeah, I want to find these are fan made picture made ones, by the way. Obviously, I couldn't. I don't know how to use like the ones that I got Rick versus Tallahassee and stuff off of. Hold on. I got ones like this one off of online, but I'll get to it. Izuku versus Aaron in a bit, but Jesus, where is it? Hold on. Yeah, but Izawa versus Levi. I just finished with this earlier today. This fight, and Izawa won. Okay, this is meant to be a hated for either one's fangirls. Like it's going to have a lot of fangirls hating on whoever on the other on Death Battle for whichever wins or loses. Is both have a large fan base of girls who believe they're hot and want and yeah, and fangirls of these two that watch Death Battle and see this if they do it would likely be pissed if either one won. Okay, now to get into my reasoning on why Izawa won, Levi is outclassed in skill. Like they're pretty even in strength and other feats. Though reaction time, Izawa has dodged attacks from Izuku, who is confirmed faster than sound, meaning well, Levi he isn't even able to really dodge, dodge attacks from the Colossal Titan, who is well That'd just be nice. Nice, we'll give him like 500 mile per hour punch, maybe. Like literally, we know that that's a bit of a wank, but just to be fair, just to give a bit of an example, sound is thousands of times faster, and yeah, I have no good examples here actually. Let's just Izawa's superior reaction speed and superior training would get him the win in the end. Levi is a skilled warrior and has more weapons than Izawa, but despite being older than Izawa and being captain of the scouts for so long, he isn't better trained or more skilled thanks to the fact that Izawa like I gave this example before. Being trained to fight a mindless monster versus being to fight super genius villains, which would be superior training. And obviously, the better training would be being trained to fight super villains. I won't get into this a bit anymore, and we're actually starting to run out of time for this video, so I'll move on to my last fight. Right, ignore that. That's my. Sorry, I have a little brother, and he's looking for my sister right now. Jesus, this. Yeah, sorry about this. I realize I need to go through my phone and delete some pictures. Hold on. It's oh yeah. Here we go. Last one I'll go over is Eren Yeager versus Izuku Midoriya. Now, reason why this fight will likely happen, like it's not even that I want it to happen. I love both Eren and Izuku. They're both great characters and will always be one of the will always be the best characters in their series. Izuku and Eren both have ancient powers passed on throughout generations. The founding Titan and Titan form and one for all. Oh. But there's one thing that Eren doesn't have that would likely allow Izuku to swipe a win in out of Eren's grasps. Izuku has 7 quirks, and once both stories are over, it's likely that Death Battle will probably have them up against each other, waiting like they're just waiting for both to be done with their story, or the end, or the end stuff. But reason why it's most likely that Izuku will win is because he has his 3 quirks that he has now alone can allow him to trump Eren. Eren has only fought mindless titans and some genius humans that have guns. Izuku has fought foes that have planned out attacks, acts no moves who have like, sure, they aren't high level. Actually, no, I think I'm thinking of a different person with the no moves, but a different student. But I do know for a fact that um what's his name Overhaul is superior to anything in is superior to anything Eren has ever dealt with. Overhaul's ability is just too broken. Okay, it's basically creation and destruction combined. And Izuku beat him. Sure he had the help of Yuri. That's still a complete feat on its own. Since that was Izuku using max power, he was overpowering a quirk that could destroy him and set him on a cellular level. level, and Izuku, who has actually has proven to be a lot stronger than that nowadays days in the manga, manga, especially now that he has moves like Black Whip and float. I'm not completely sure. I don't read the My Hero manga. I know about their existence because research. Like I've covered this fight already. Eddie Izuku won by won, but yeah. So those are only a couple of my fight ideas. I'll make a part to this video eventually. And hey, if anybody can and make a cut like a album cover for it, I'd like for some of these fight ideas I have had. I'd like that honestly, like it would be useful to me, yeah, and stuff. Science. Anyways, though, let's see here. Just yeah, that's all. Hope you have a nice and have a Mafia Bakugo. Why don't you? No.